I just ate some chips. They were yummy. Okay, today we're going to be talking about equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions, mate. Equivalent fractions. What are they? Okay, well, if I were to show you these fractions, 1 over 2, 2 over 4, and 3 over 6. You notice that I draw the equal sign. I drew the equal sign. And that's because they are equal to each other. They all equal the same thing. These are all equivalent fractions. What do I mean by that? Well, if I were to draw a circle, this circle representing this one, and I were to draw half, 2 pieces, represent 2 pieces of the group, and I were to color in 1, I would have colored in 1 out of 2 halves of a circle. Okay? If I had another circle, and I were to split that into 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I were to color in 2 out of the 4 pieces, I would have colored in half of the circle. Same thing with this. If I were to draw another circle and then split it into 6 pieces, let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I were to color in 3 of those pieces, I would have colored in half. So if you notice, with each of these equations, I colored in 1 out of 2, I colored in 2 out of 4, and I colored in 3 out of 4. There doesn't matter. I'm still coloring half of the circle. Out of each circle, I'm still coloring in half. And that's what we mean by equivalent. They represent the same amount in the group. Okay? They still are all the same amount of a group. This is still half of the circle, this is still half of a circle, and this is still half of the circle. Even though they're different numbers, they're still all equal to half of a circle. Same thing if I were to do 4 over 8. If I had a circle and I split it up into 8 pieces, and then I color 4 to the 8 inside the group, then I still have colored in half of the circle. It's all half. They're equivalent because they all are the same amount of the circle, or the same amount of the group. And that's what an equivalent fraction is. When fractions are the same amount of the group. Another example of an equivalent fraction could be 1 over 3. That's equal to 2 over 6. Now, how is this equal? Well, if I were to draw a circle, and if I were to split this into 3 equal groups, oh, this is going to be more difficult than I thought. Boo. Boo. Okay, there we go. 3 equal groups, and then if I were to split this into 6 equal groups, okay, boom, boom. If I were to color in 1 of these, that would be 1 out of 3, and if I were to color in 2 of these, that would be 2 out of 6. But you notice they still make up this same amount of the circle. They still make up the same amount of the circle. So they're equivalent because they still make up the same amount of the group. Try it at home and stay in school.